Today is Saturday, January 23rd, 2016, and I just got home from my third technical ayahuasca ceremony, but I would consider it my second experience taking a lot of the medicine. Um, it was a really difficult night. um, I'm doing 2 nights, so I'll be doing tomorrow also. And I feel like the medicine knows that. I didn't follow the diet. The beautiful women who lead the circle have a suggested diet where you cut off things like at various days before the ceremony, no, not only food, but like no alcohol, no drugs, no vitamins, no sex, including masturbation. No, and then the food, like no spicy, no salty, no meat, no like vegan, and also like cutting out, stimuli or whatever. But I just didn't do it. I mean, I rationalized it that I eat pretty healthy already, but yeah, I don't know. I just didn't. It felt different this time. Like last time, I was very strict and into it, but this time, I I don't know if I was like acting out or yeah, I think in a way because I'm still trying to integrate that first experience, and I don't know. I just want to see like, does it really matter? Um, so, and I guess well, what I learned, and I think maybe the theme of the whole thing is that like, I mean, it matters as much as you believe it matters. Maybe like you get out what you put into it, that kind of thing. Um, but anyway, I don't know if that's why I had a terrible night, but so well, let's see. Oh, one thing I learned is that the ayahuasca that I was drinking um, includes some of the vine from Terrence McKenna's garden. Pretty cool. Stoked on that. Um, so yeah, I like last time. I didn't really feel any effects from the medicine until like I had gone back for like 2 more little servings before I started feeling anything. Um, but mostly I felt like I had a lot of space to think, and my thoughts became pretty dark. Um, at one point, yeah, I took a lot of ayahuasca. I told um, the leader that I wanted to go deep, and so she gave me a pretty hefty dose. And in my mind, I wanted to go deep into like a rebirth experience or some like immersive hallucination, kind of like leaving my body experience. But I went deep into my shadows, and all of the sadness that I feel just became amplified. Um, I felt all, all of my loneliness and my despair. I felt a lot of guilt about how I've hurt people. And I don't know, I was just quite questioning this existence and swimming in my sea of sorrows. And that was like pretty, like I was crying a lot and just like feeling annoyed. Like I felt angry, annoyed. Like I don't know. It's not rational, but yeah. And I was like disappointed. All the negative emotions. I was feeling them, and crying a lot. And I felt, I don't know, after I got a good cry out, then I started really like sitting with my sadness. And this meme that you may have seen, and this is super lo-fi. I don't feel like video editing, but this is what it looks like, and it's backwards, but it's a dude holding a jar of happiness. You've probably seen this before, and this dude says, "Where did you find that? I've been searching for it everywhere." And the dude holding the jar of happiness says, "I created it myself." And I hate that. I've seen it circulating on the internet, and I don't know, it popped in my head tonight, and I was like, man, I just don't like how that like trivializes. Like, of course I would create it myself if I, like, why wouldn't I? I'm not choosing to feel sad all the time. I mean, well, I am. um, yeah, I thought about that tonight. Like that, I do feel like sadness is a choice and happiness is a choice. But knowing it's a choice and changing your choice, I don't know. Still figuring that out. Let's see. I did more body work tonight. You know, in my last one, I felt like the spirit moving through me, and like a lot of stretching, and I did a lot of that tonight. I don't know, like most of it was on my own though, but it just something about the experience, like my joints felt extra juicy, and just like every stretch felt really good, and like moving, you know, just focusing on micro movements, like just turning the ball of my heel very slowly back and forth, and just like really feeling that. Like, when's the last time that you really got in touch with the ball of your foot? Think about it. So yeah, I don't know. It's nice, and that's one of the lasting integrations from my previous ayahuasca experiences. That I feel a lot more in touch with my body, and like much more apt to stretch it and move it and like live in it. Um, yeah, that's cool, and I enjoyed that. At one point, the the person sitting next to me was having a really difficult time in her experience, or well, I mean, you know, whatever. She was like crying a bunch, and I could just feel her pain, and I wanted to help, but I didn't. Like I mean, I want to give her a hug or something, but I want to respect her experience and let her have it, because it's not bad to have any of that stuff. But I wanted to help somehow, so I decided to sit up and hold space. So as I sat up and put my hands out and just like concentrated on like supporting her in her experience energetically. And as soon as I made that intention, I felt like I just stepped into this current of energy. Like I was like a piece of muscle. Like it was like I felt like all this like different flow. Like I just like tapped into it, and like I saw bright colors. Like it was incredible. incredible. I feel like I mean that's what holding space is, but you don't usually get to, or I don't get to experience it so acutely, you know, or cutely. Um, yeah, so it's really validating and helpful to have experiences like that on psychedelics that will give you like a visual or more spatial or an additional sensory um, output for what's happening that usually you can't see. But like now I know like what that looks like or what that feels like. So I'll think of that in the future when I hold space and maybe I'll be able to feel it more. So that was definitely like the highlight of the whole experience. Oh yeah, there was this memory popped up. So last time during my trip, like a memory ended up triggering like the whole experience. So I was really paying attention to like the thoughts that were popping up, and I was like, "Ooh, where's this gonna go?" And this random thought popped into my head from when I was really young, probably like 3 or 4 years old. And I remember this. I remember that I like felt like I was laying like stomach down on the ground, and I like levitated off the ground. And um, and I don't know now, and I didn't know then if I had dreamed it or if it actually happened. But I remember like as a child, like knowing that happened or believing that that happened, and then trying to duplicate it like consciously and like laying on the ground and trying to will myself to levitate again, and I couldn't do it. Um, so tonight I was having that thought, and suddenly I was like, maybe I can do it. And I, yeah, then I like follow this whole thought process, and I'm like, well, I mean, I do think it's possible. Like, wouldn't that be crazy? Like, if I just like started floating in this room, and or even if real or imagined, like even if I just even if my physical body didn't float, but like I still had that floating experience, that would be really cool and magical. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna try it. So then I actually like turned over on my stomach and like tried it, uh and it didn't work. It was like a huge, like fucking joke. And um and I kind of, yeah, it made me think about, I mean, that's like one of the things that spiraled me into my sorrows was like it feels really good to believe in stuff, and then when it doesn't work out, like that's how you like give up or lose faith, or and that's how I feel like every time I go on a date, like I want like to believe like, oh, maybe this person will be cool, but I don't know, it's really exhausting to keep like believing, but what other choice do you have? Because sometimes it's true, maybe, I don't know, I'm figuring this shit out. Anything else? No, I think that's really it. Yeah, it was just it's really sad. I was a really sad sack tonight, and didn't really feel like I got, a super ayahuasca experience. It was just like amplified the darkness inside of me. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my sadness too. I don't think I'll be sad forever, and I don't want, I think I can change it. But I'm also at home with it. And I don't think that it's bad to be sad. I don't I don't think I need, someone to fix me or like I think it's important to feel sadness. One of the best pieces of wisdom that one of my teachers gave me was that like I asked, why is there darkness and why is there bad stuff? Why is there evil? Like why? And her response was, then how would, if there wasn't that, then how would you know what light is or what good is? And I think that's pretty beautiful. And so I'm getting to know the dark really well so that I can know the light really well. I'm excited. And yeah, it was a beautiful experience. I was really, really grateful for the facilitators and the group was really special. Felt once again like really safe and supported to explore these emotions and yeah, I felt a lot of love, like some people that you tell them negative things and like their heart is good and they just want to like fix it, but really I think that most people that are going through difficult times just want to be witnessed. Just be like, I see your pain. I see that you're in pain and I'm here for you or something like that. That's probably the most helpful because I'm gonna work it out. It'll be cool. So yeah, I will be going back for second sitting tomorrow, and so stay tuned, and maybe I'll have a happy ending. Namaste, bitch.